Hey guys, so back here looking at some more buses. Uh, yeah, Putnam County selling some more buses. I'm thinking about actually buying one this time because it's in decent shape, and one of these buses has always been on my bucket list, and the one that I want is also one that I have pictures of in service, and it's in decent shape, at least from what I could tell from the pictures I have of it before it was put out of service. And I got detailed pictures of it, but I wanted to inspect it again, get on it and stuff. Uh, I had an appointment for yesterday to look these over, but I have, I don't, not anymore. I'm still a little bit congested, but I had symptoms that were similar to COVID. I think it's just allergies, especially since I'm feeling a lot better now. But I canceled it because I did not want to get anybody sick. So that's why I'm wearing the mask. I didn't drive here wearing this thing, but I am going to be wearing it while I am inspecting these buses just in case, because I don't want, some germs to stay on them and potentially get anybody sick, which I don't think would happen anyways. But I just want to take that extra measure just in case. I overthink a lot of things. But, yeah, so I guess we can get right to it. They have 4 buses that are up for auction, a 2002, 2003, 2004 CEs, and also a 2006 CE. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and show you around 2505 here, which is the 2006 CE. And then I filmed the video of those the other week, whenever I was here, before they were listed. Nothing has changed about them whatsoever, so I'm just going to use that old clip. Today is October 10th, so yeah, this is 2505, 2006 ICCE. Had a cracked cylinder head, so they just removed it and took apart a good chunk of the engine. I'll show that off here in a bit, but you can see, there's most of the top of the engine, if I can show that in there. But I understand why they didn't resurrect this one. I mean, look at all the body work it's had done to it. All this stuff just here along the rear bumper that's already covered in a bunch of surface rust. I'm not even going to look underneath. It's interesting that it says it's a CE 200. I thought it was a 300. Oh no, it is a 200. So it's got a VT 365. Oh no, that's a 300 with a 200 badge. It's got the doghouse, or did have the doghouse there, but there's the grill, more engine parts, pull cord for the air horn. Of course, it's missing it's missing the front grill because it's sitting inside. But well, I'll do a clip over there, and then I'll cut it to the clip I already recorded, because I don't feel like filming another clip. It's going to be exactly the same thing. So yeah, here we go. So like I said before, these are the 3 retirees. This one's an 04, an 03, and an 02. The 02 is the one I'm interested in. It seems to be in pretty good shape. Since I don't have actual written permission today to be here, I did yesterday, but I had to cancel. I'm not going to get on this one. This is the one I would get on, but it seems like it's in pretty good shape. One thing I noticed about this one, I'm not sure if the 03 is the same. Let me see. I know the 04 is different in this respect. Okay, the 03 is the same way. Is that this one has a push button on the floor for the air horn, whereas the 04 has a pull cord. I much prefer the pull cord, but a couple things I did notice about this one. I will open the door here, but I'm not going to go inside. It's got metal trim above the windows, where the 04, the 03 is the same as this one. It's got metal trim where the 04 is plastic. The back of the seat back cover is brown. It looks like the blue one's under there. I'm guessing it's torn. There's the button for the floor. There's no AM/FM radio in here, no speakers, no nothing like that. They put the hand sanitizer dispenser in here, so they were planning on using it for this year, I guess. But they decided to retire it. I'm not sure if that'll be included in the sale or not. Probably not. I assume those cameras will be taken out. I know that radio will be taken out, the CB radio. But it's got a lot of, you know, scratches or paint wear, but nothing bad. I mean, could be a lot worse. Otherwise, it's got some surface rust, but it's fairly rust free. This O3, however, the exhaust rusted off right here, which is not good. I mean, it doesn't really make much of a difference here, but it's still not good. Because if that's rusted, I want to see what else is rusted. It's got 3 emergency exits along this side. I'm going to walk down this side of the bus because there's somebody going by. I actually had a policeman stop me earlier, right after I started taking pictures, because he just wanted to know what I was doing. So I just told him, you know, these buses are up for sale. I was just getting some pictures. He's like, okay, that's fine, just wondering. So I think it was a Putnam County Sheriff. I don't think it was Winfield City Police, but I think it was Putnam County Sheriff. Inspection expired in April of this year, so it would need a new state inspection. Man, let's look under this one. I know I said I wasn't going to go over these, but I just want to go over this one specifically a little bit more in detail because this is the one I want to buy. But so you'll kind of see some things that I've noticed here whenever I more thoroughly look over it instead of just glancing over it. It's had some body work done to the top here, or to the back I mean, on top for the roof cap. Right over here you can see different shades of yellow. I call this one 50 Shades of Yellow, but some minor rust spots here. Looking in here, see if the floor is bubbling up any. It is a little bit. It's to be expected, especially with the first gen CE. The main issue that I've heard with these is that the rear ends of these rust out really bad, which is why this one has had a bunch of body work done to it. But yeah, it's mainly just surface rust that I can see on the outside and on the underside, which is where it all happens. So it seems to be pretty solid otherwise. Let's see what kind of stop sign this thing has. I think it's got air powered. Oh, is this electric? Let's see. It is electric, it looks like. Huh. Interesting. Unless I think it's electric. I don't see the whole little bag like on the O3 over here. I'll show you. Could just be a different kind of stop sign. I don't know much about them. See the airbag there. See where that's inflating and deflating. But yeah, this one's got 210,000 miles on it, which isn't bad. They definitely got their money's worth out of it. But the fact that it's being sold in running and driving shape is kind of a miracle for this district, from what I was told by a mechanic last time I was here last November. Oh, other things I noticed, mainly with the hood, it's got a bunch of little cracks in it. Nothing bad yet. I mean, it should last a while, like a few more years. I don't think it's anything bad quite yet. It's just the underside I'd be worried about. Like, you can see some of the fiberglass cracking there. A lot of the paint is coming off the cowl and it's getting some surface rust on it, so it'll need sanded and repainted. Crack right there at the handle. But yeah, that's just the look at the O2. So I'll go into the video where I kind of glance over the other two, because that's kind of what I did today. 2201 runs and drives fine, and then 2306 has a bad head gasket, so has bad overheating issues, and I can't afford that. I mean, I could afford the purchase price, but I couldn't afford the repairs. So yeah, on to that video, I guess.
So this is 2306. It is a 2004 ICCE 300.
Right there we go.
It's got a DT466E with an Allison MD3060. Can't see the shifter there because it's push button. but looks like a faded turn signal there, and needs replaced. Underbody storage. White roof. Warning light visors are part of West Virginia spec, but I'll go ahead and point that out anyways. Looks like it's got two different brake lenses. One is newer than the other. Looks like it's had some patchwork done here, but just going over these with a quick glance, I guess. Of course, whenever these actually go up for auction, I'll probably come and look at them again, whenever that is. Maybe it'll be November this year, I don't know. I would be interested in buying one if they are in decent running shape, which I'm guessing this one is not. I talked to a mechanic whenever I inspected the others, and he said they typically aren't, so I'm not going to get my hopes up too high. But here we got 2201. It is a 2003 ICCE. I just noticed that this one does not have underbody storage, so yeah. But basically same specs: blue seats, blue floor, DT466E with an Allison MD3060. See how many windows this one is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this one is also 77 passenger. Just like 2004 beside it. It looks like it's had some recent paint work done up there. Looks kind of nice. But it's also got a rust hole over here. Be interesting to see what else I find whenever I actually look at these thoroughly. I'm just kind of glancing over them now, and it's just things I'm noticing. It's had some body work done here on the rear. I don't know if you can see different colors of yellow, but these also have air horns on them. So one thing I noticed about these is that the numbers, typically on first gen CEs, it's on the side of the bumper. Sometimes you'll see it in the middle, but typically it's on this side of the bumper. Crossing gates were and still are required in West Virginia, so looks like this one's got a different setup. It actually cuts into the bumper, where these just kind of have something bolted on. But yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one, which is 2107. This is a 2002 ICCE 300. Same drivetrain setup, DT466E with an Allison MD3060. This one also looks like it's a 77 passenger. All of these are air brakes, of course. I believe they're air ride as well. Take a look up under here real quick on this 02. It is air ride. I see the airbag under there, so I assume the 03 and the 04 are as well. So that's something that's typically kept whenever you spec a bus, I guess. This one has had a lot of work done to it. You can see the different colors of paint on it, or different shades of yellow. I actually have pictures of this one at my old high school on two different occasions, both at the same competition, 2 different years. The year that my senior year, and then the year after I graduated. But yeah, the reflective tape on this one is faded pretty bad. This is also, actually I would be interested in getting this one just because I've got the pictures of it, but I'm more interested in the 03 because I guess the 04 is not running. But yeah, I guess that'll be it. I mean, there's these 3 buses. If they add more, I mean, you'll see them by the time I come and look at them. Last time the buses went for dirt cheap because they didn't run, but hoping these run, or at least I can get one started and driven 45 minutes home. But yeah, that'll be it for this video, I guess. So thanks for watching.
I guess I should go ahead and mention, while I was there, this is something you need to watch out for, especially whenever you're at a bus lot, technically without permission. While I was there, there was the same car that passed at least 3 times and was making a 4th pass as I left. They were definitely watching me the whole time. I mean, I wasn't doing anything wrong, but I think it was somebody from the 911 station right behind the bus lot. I mean, I probably showed it in the video. It's so close to where the buses were parked. There's that historic house, but right behind them, and then beside that historic house to the left, if you're looking from the front of the buses, is the 911 dispatch. And then right across the street is the sheriff's department. So yeah, I mean, I talked to the police officer before. He said it was fine. He was just wondering what I was doing. I guess this person didn't see me talk to him because it was quite a while before they started watching me, but when I talked to the police officer. But if you're being watched by somebody like that, don't freak out. Don't be afraid to say something to them. If they weren't just sitting in their car, if they would have asked me what I was doing and I told them, they probably would have been okay with it, or if they would have asked me to leave, I would have left. But yeah, what I was doing was not wrong. I mean, I was touching the buses. I opened the doors or whatever. I opened the rear door to look at the seals around the rear emergency exit to make sure they weren't rusted out too bad, because the listing on the 2002 said that it had rust issues. But other than that, I mean, I don't think I was doing anything really wrong to warrant, you know, the police being called on me, which has happened before. That's another story for another day. Of course, I didn't get in any trouble over it, but I mean, that's just something to mention. Don't get nervous or anything whenever somebody starts watching you. It's normal. That happens to me all the time. If you're going to bus hunt, or even if you're looking at buses that are for sale like this, it looks suspicious whenever you have a camera, especially if you're by yourself. You know, getting pictures or videos of buses, it's going to draw attention. So that's just, I guess, a quick little bus hunting tip. I will make a video about that someday. I'm waiting on the right opportunity, because I'm waiting on somebody who does a lot more bus hunting than I do to kind of join me in on the video. We kind of have two separate rule books, quote unquote rule books, not actual rule books. I would put my finger quotations up if I weren't driving, because I am also holding the camera. But that is just something I thought I would mention.